What is up guys, Coach Matt here, and it's been a while since I've did one of these videos. I remember when I first did a vlog, I was like, I'm gonna do this every week. Yeah, about that. Truth be told, I've always kind of been confused by vlogs. I'm not super good at doing vlogs, but I can't use that as an excuse. If I want to do this whole YouTube thing, something I have to get it good at, and at the same time, I want to share my lifting with you guys because it's unfair of me as a coach to put up these teaching videos and then never show you any of my lifts. So kind of bring you up to speed on things, I'll bring you through my training week this week. It's going to be a little bit weird because I've got the LIONSATE Strongman comp coming up in 2 weeks here. So this week I'm just kind of testing all of my competition lifts, rolling through sub-maximally, so I'm not going full out on these guys. Rolling through sub-maximally, so I'm not going full out on these guys.
Rolling through sub-maximally, so
things that bother you never bother me. I feel happy, I'm fine, ha-ha. Living in the sunlight, loving in the moonlight, having a wonderful time. Having got a lot, I don't need a lot, but it's only a car. Living in the sunlight, loving in the moonlight, having a wonderful time.
But I'm doing the comp down commands, doing all of the specific competition events, so I'll run you guys through that. Definitely a weird week of programming for sure. And then after that, I've got the run to nationals. Not gonna lie, this has been definitely one of my toughest training blocks to date. I've really been cranking in for LIONSATE because it's gonna be, getting back into competing again. And then as soon as LIONSATE is done, I don't have any downtime, and I've really got to bring it home up until nationals. Nationals is going to be a huge, huge challenge for me, but I'm ready for it and I'm bracing that challenge. So I'm super excited about that. But I'll bring you guys more up to speed on nationals when it gets closer. For right now, we're focusing in on LIONSATE. For those of you that don't know, I can currently consider myself a lightweight strongman. So 181 pounds for the lightweight class. I'm doing that both for nationals and the LIONSATE Classic. And then my plans after that are actually to move up to the middleweight class because I am a 5'11" guy, so 181 pounds isn't exactly the most efficient weight class for me to be in terms of overall strength. But in terms of me just starting up in strongman, definitely the easier move to do lightweight class, deal with those weights first, get accustomed to it, and then jump up to the middleweight class. Enough of all that though, I think my friend should be arriving here shortly. We'll get to some training.
You put it all the way through your touch?
I've been trying to figure that out actually. There's the pros and cons to it. Touching is not like a normal squat. I need count. Oh yeah. That's gonna be a whole lot. What did you just get? Come on, brother.
Come on, let's go! One down. Woo.
Let's just talk some basic strongman strategy. So what I'm doing this week, again, I'm 2 weeks out here from the competition. What I'm doing this week is testing out all of my competition events the way they're going to be run. So there's a few reasons behind this. The first reason is, one, I kind of want to get used to all the down commands again. I want to know the feeling of each of the events before it happens. That just makes you comfortable on competition days that you've been there before, you've done this before, and you can just kind of go on autopilot mode and put all out effort into the event and not be nervous about the events. The other reason here is this gives you some strategy to work with. So if you know about how many reps you're able to get on each event, you also know when to push it in an event and maybe when to rein it in if other opponents are kicking your butt. When it comes down to it, it's in a 5-event competition. That's a whole bunch of space for something to go wrong if you completely gas yourself in one of those events. So you have to be consistent across the board and not just dominate a single event and then tank everything else. Basically speaking, knowing how many reps or about how many reps you can get in an event just lets you pick your battles for comp day and you kind of save some energy for other events if you're getting stomped on in one of the events.
I'm ready? Yep. Better ready?
Yes. Go.
on. Down. Come on. Down. Down. Come on, let's go, Matt.
Come on, Matt.
Down. Down.
Come on, Matt. Look.
Down. Come on, brother. Down. Come on, Matt. Down. Come on, Matt. Let's go.
Keep pulling it up.
Let's go, brother. Down.
Come on,
Come
Matt.
on, brother. Let's go. Down. Come on, Matt. Let's go.
Here we go. Here we go.
Come on, brother. Let's go.
Rip. Come on. Boom.
Just that one. Come on, man. Put some speed into it. Let's go, brother. Come on.
Come on, man.
Go. Come on, man.
Come on, Matt. You got this.
Let's go. There you go. Come on. Easy. Come on. Sit down.
Good, buddy.
Some speed behind it. Let's go.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
Come on, man. Come on.
Yes.
Nice. Boy. Good job. Good job, dude.
What is up, guys? It's like day 3 now. Sure. Yeah, basically wrapped up for this week. And next week, I'm just going to do a low-stress week with some of the events, but not too crazy there. And I also have to do a water cut next week to get myself down from 190 pounds to 181 pounds for the competition. I'll do a video on that for you guys so you kind of understand how to water cut without low-key killing yourself in the process. But yeah, last thing I wanted to get in before I close out this video is dealing with those competition nerves, or that nervous feeling you kind of get before competition. And do not worry, this happens to literally every single person that competes. Even guys like Joey and Brian Allshoe both say they get that competition nerve before their events happen, so you're not dodging this for sure, but there are some ways you can kind of help cope with that nervous feeling. And the one big thing to deal with these is exactly what I'm doing this week, which is just getting all of those events under your belt. You basically want to show up to the competition already having been there. If you're showing up to Compete already having done the events, you're already going to have an idea of where you're going to be at with each event, and it's already going to be like you've been there, that you've done the event because you have. Definitely a lot better than showing up not having done any of the events at all, which I know for some people, because they don't have the equipment, is the case, and I give those people so many props for still showing up and doing the competition regardless of the equipment they have. The other big one I love is competing with friends or competing with people that you train with. Obviously, I'm a bit biased in this situation because I train at the Lion's Den, so a whole bunch of our members do actively compete, and we're always kind of showing up with a squad to each of the events, and this definitely calms you down knowing you have people backing you up and knowing what you're going through for the event. So definitely having a group that you train with coming with you to the competition and possibly competing with you in the competition definitely helps cut down on some of those nerves. And then the last big thing, and something that everyone always forgets, is regardless of what happens at your competition, it's not the end of the world. If you don't come in first place, maybe you don't do as well as you want to do, maybe you zero a whole bunch of events, doesn't matter. That's usually everyone's biggest fear with going to a strongman event, is that they are going to zero an event in front of a crowd or do poorly on an event and everyone else excels in their category. Do not worry about that at all. Strongman events are easily the most friendly, the most supportive competitions you'll ever have the experience of being a part of. And even if you're only going for that single rep on an event, the crowd is going to be cheering you on so hard. You're going to feel well supported. The other big thing to keep in mind here is you took the time to put yourself out there. You are competing in front of a crowd. You are getting after it with your training and getting yourself better. So just showing up to the competition at all is already enough. You do not have to worry about how well you are doing in the competition. If you're placing first, second, third, if you're zeroing an event, you showed up to the event, you trained your ass off for the competition. You have done more than enough, and you do not need to be nervous about your performance. Boom, there's your motivational rant for the week. All that being said, you're probably still gonna be nervous for the competition. As I said, it's a normal thing. Cool thing is that nervous energy actually turns into a solid bit of adrenaline for the competition, and you might actually surprise yourself on some of the events. You might think you're going into the competition, you've never hit that lift in the gym before, and you hit 3 reps at the competition. It happens all the time. The competition hype is real, and that kind of nervous energy transfers over to some strong strong adrenaline. Just head into the competition with as positive a mindset as you can possibly have, and I promise you'll be more than fine, and you'll probably surprise yourself at the competition. I never filmed an outro for this video. Literally had to stop editing and come out here and film this because I had nothing to end with, but hey, you at least get a sneak peek of what the next video is. Anyways, thanks so much for stopping by the channel, guys. Thanks so much for watching the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys learned a thing or two. I hope to see you guys all in the next video. I'll see you guys.